From counting to 100,000 in his bedroom to filling his pool with a million Orbeez in his backyard to now probably owning your damn backyard, Mr. Beast is the definite king of YouTube, surpassing even PewDiePie, although he's the king in my heart, and also forgetting the channel that shall not be named that starts with the T. Mr. Beast knows YouTube, and I mean he knows YouTube. I ain't seeing anyone else getting 50 million plus views on most of their videos. 50 million. Can you imagine that number? That's probably larger than the size of the population of several nations. But how does he do it? Can we ever know? Well, fortunately, Mr. Beast is very confident in his abilities, as he should be, and he loves helping people, so he has revealed a lot in many of the interviews you can easily find on YouTube. However, I shall be doing something else. I'm gonna dissect each of his videos, piece by piece, limb by limb.
Tendon by tendon.
I mean, I'll be listing down many of my findings that I have written after extensively researching his channel. This video is going to be as much as an help to you, my dear viewer, as it is me. Because honestly, who the hell am I? Numero uno. Ideas. In many of his interviews, as well as by just observing his videos, Mr. Beast spends much more time on thinking of a video than most YouTubers do, self included. For over a decade on YouTube, Mr. Beast has a pulse on what video will go viral. You know how some of us smaller creators, or even the larger ones I guess, are trying to beat their own that's a scripting error. I mean beat the clock to make a video that may go viral in the future. The keyword there is trying, because we don't really know what will hit or what won't. Mr. Beast, on the other hand, has obsessed over this passion, this job, this career, so much that he has gained an instinctual level of understanding. This is some ultra instinct crap, you know what I'm saying? But that has come from hours and hours spent on thinking of what he's going to do rather than executing it. So, to wrap up lesson number 1, think. Think about what can make a great video and what is ahead of its time. I mean, I'm honestly trying with you. Look at the videos I've created. They're very generic. I feel like I stabbed my own heart. And that's why nobody watches them. And that's because I haven't spent the due time a video idea deserves. Note, idea. But from now on, I will be thinking about a video rather than just, grinding out several thousand videos. Lesson number 2, stonks. Invest in GameStop, invest in crypto, maybe buy some property. The sweetness of owning property and making those peasants pay you enormous amounts by jacking up the rent prices, and I digress. Mr. Beast, while he may invest in these things now, only invested in one thing when he started off, his channel, his business. From recording on a dinky phone to getting a proper camera, PC and mic, when he could afford it, Mr. Beast used to reinvest in his YouTube earnings straight back into his channel.
You started in your bedroom.
Yep.
At what point did you start investing into the videos at a different scale?
Great question. Literally, put on me the entire time. When I used to make like $1 a day, I saved up for months and I bought a microphone. Way worse than this microphone.
I mean, he still does it if you think about it, to this day. Squid Game costed him what? 2 million? Look at most of his videos. He a dough machine with that dough. In the rat race that has unfortunately become YouTube, you need to be consistently upping your game. A better mic, a better camera, a better PC setup. Mr. Beast did not think of these as consumer purchases, but rather integral components needed to reinvest in his business. And I can't confirm or deny this, but he lived a frugal life. Most YouTubers would buy a mansion, get a supercar, and so many non-productive purchases, whereas they could have and reinvested those earnings straight back into the channel and up their game. But do note, I have noticed something. You can reinvest to make your setup quality good, but when you grow big, you'll already have that, and that's where you need to start investing in ideas. Recall lesson 1. You need a good idea to be able to invest into, rather than just, investing in the surrounding things. Finally, very closely related to point 2 is learning viewer retention. Have you noticed that the I spent 24 hours in X formulas of his videos really stretch to even an hour?
This is a real prison, and me and the boys are gonna try to survive the next 50 hours locked up here. I'm gonna spend the next 50 hours buried alive in this coffin. I am going to spend the next 24 hours in this house made 100% of ice. It's gonna be cold.
They're usually 15 to 20 minutes at max. Even though he has a buttload of recordings, and not to mention, he burns so much money to get those recordings. But he doesn't upload all of the recordings at all. Because I think he knows that it is very rare to watch long form content these days. He wants his viewers' retention to be at the maximum, and that's why he creates relatively short, digestible content which do not require any investment or prior knowledge to get into. You can hop and hop off of the experience in less than 15 minutes sometimes. Not only does this entice the viewer to watch, think about how many videos you've skipped when you've seen that they are 1 or 2 hours long, but when the viewer does click, he has an immediate hook. No stupid long intros or anything, where he just states what he's about to do.
Recreated every single set from Squid Game in real life, and whichever one of these 456 people survives the longest wins 456 grand.
Mr. Beast has stressed this in many of his interviews, I have noticed. Another thing I've noticed is he creates videos with a huge payoff at the end, so you keep watching. That's how he's retaining you for the maximum period of the video, 80, 90, maybe even 100%. I want to tie in all the points now. So far we've seen he spends a lot of time thinking of the video idea. When he's satisfied in the idea, he invests as much talent, effort, and that sweet buns into the production of the video. And lastly, he discards most of it to make it just right for the viewer. He is an artist, but he is symbiotically living with his audience. Sometimes artists shove things down their audience's throat, but Mr. Beast, he knows his audience, knows us, knows how we watch videos, so he alters the art to make it more palatable, more shareable, more viewable, and most of all, most viral. Mr. Beast, this is a long shot, but if you somehow watch this video, I do have a question for you. Does the artist in you ever get upset that he has to make the content that viewers want to watch rather than expressing himself, if you know what I mean? Is your passion itself creating watchable content, or is it to create something random, something crazy, something never before done? But because you have to play by the rules of the game and not listen to the artist in you, you cut most of that out. I know I'm mostly talking to myself, but hey, never hurts trying. Maybe he'll watch this video. Well, I think this is it for this video. In the future, stay tuned for I think 2 or 3 more analysis videos that I'm going to do on Mr. Beast only, so that I can learn how to be a good YouTuber. Alright, twiddles.